Attention. Go. Class is now in session. Education. Information. Informative to oneself. Young black boy. History. Past. Present.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. We're thinking about our history. They took away our books, now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield.
Education of 146,000 days, 400 years, mysterious tears, scars bound to stay. Culture stolen, reprimanded, names thrown away. Revolutionist movement came because this was bound to change. Chains, shackled, obtained, pronounced slaves. Separation of families and crucified in the rain. Brainwashed to believe there was no hope to attain. Then we staged the war and the victory we have claimed. Black education, artillery, know your history. Because an ignorant soul is only a mystery. One hand, one soul, one stand, one goal. United as one army and divided if we fold. Black shields, new mission. Black shields, one vision. Black shields, reliving. Black shields, the times we living in. Cause it was MLK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the rest of the world paved the way. Digest, materialized education of our emancipation. Proclamation of our freedom in the sacred pages. Inform yourself of the movement and its many stages. Don't take this biased respect to all different races. Just educate self of all the many different phases. Black shields, black love, must improve our situation.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. We're thinking about our history. They took away our books, now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. We're thinking about our history. They took away our books, now everything seems like a mystery. Oh, we went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Cotton fields to the bill, saints in New Orleans. I'm here to tell you about a legacy that has been stolen. Actually, this is a message. If they laugh at me, I spit something that shake their ass about the apathy. My elders told me age 7, get your education. You gotta take it, son. They ain't gonna give you reparations. I did that college shit and now I'm spitting knowledge on another continent. I'm blasting off like I'm a rocket ship. Fred Hampton, Huey P. Remember Stephen Biko, Patrice Lumumba, and Kwame Nkrumah for the people. Nat Turner, David Hill, even Bobby Seale. I bet Malcolm X and Martin, they dreamed of Emmett Till. Revolution of self, elevate the mind state. Boost up the reading score, down with the crime rate. Clown with the nouns great, profound and it sound great. Marching all in unison until we make the ground shake. One love, one stance, one God, one aim. Reverse mental conditioning until we all become sane. Whenever you say something real, they always coming after you like Dracula. Still say unify the diaspora. Senegal to Detroit, Eskimos and the Haitians. Compton to Berlin, Hawaii to the Bayesians, the Europeans and Asians. Patient, staging a worldwide city. And listen, Black Shield, new mission, can't stop.
Hey, top of the top to y'all, top of the top. Happy Malcolm Monday, man. It's been a minute. You know, I'm always saying that now. It almost seemed like it's been a minute since I tapped in, but, you know, I want to make sure that when I'm tapped in, that it's very intentional on my tapping in. You know, Timbit. Well, you tapped into the Make a Culture Move podcast. You know, we shut down right now. They done shut us down right now on the Facebook on our Make a Culture Move page. You know what I mean? They ain't like what we had to say, but we still said the shit. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even me this time. All right, so I would just put it like that. It wasn't even me that got rowdy this time. You know, Timbit? But they still shut us down. You know what I mean? For us being vocal and us speaking the truth, our truth. All right. I'm gonna put it like that. But you tapped into the Make a Culture Move podcast, more specifically the top of the top with King Phillip, where I'm talking about the issues within our community that we're not supposed to talk about. And the minute we start talking about them, those within our own community feel attacked, so they go on attack. All right, and that's not the whole move. That's not the vibe at all. That's not what we're trying to do. You know, we're capable and able to talk about these conversations and these discussions because we have a lived experience. You know what I mean? That's what make us the experts to talk about our blackness. You know, Timbit, because I have a lived experience. I didn't have to go to college. I didn't have to get all these diplomats with 50 million letters after my name to make me credible to talk about my blackness. All right. I'm also saying that if we say anything that make you feel some kind of way, please take that time to reevaluate why what was said made you feel that way. You know what I mean? The vibe is to have you change your internal, so the external is a reflection of that change, and what somebody say won't make you or have you feeling some kind of way. You know, Timbit? But yeah, because we still gonna say what we gotta say, and it's still gonna be our truth. You know, so you don't have to, I can't wait to give Phillip a piece of my mind, because at the end of the day, Phillip is not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm a care just because I'm a caring individual. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna give a fuck about what y'all gotta say and how I said it. You know, Timbit? I said what I said. All right. If you have not done so, go ahead and check out our website, makeachessmove.org. You know, on there we got a place where you can make a donation, you can make a contribution, all that stuff right there on that website. It's dope. Check out the website to stay updated on what we got coming up this summer. You know, we getting ready to put everything what we got going on for the full year. So y'all know what we got going for Macam. You know what I mean? In terms of our safe zone schedules, in terms of our new, I don't even want to put it out there, but stay on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be big. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is right where, you know, I ain't gonna go and tell all that right now, but stay tuned, stay tapped into the website, Timbit. You can check us out on all things social at Macam 303. What that look like is, if you want to type it in, facebook.com/Macam 303. Go ahead and stop at that Twitter thing, /Macam 303. I mean, that Instagram thing. Go ahead and stop at that Twitter thing.com /Macam 303. Don't stop there. We got our Pinterest booming, /Macam 303. Or you can go ahead and stop at our Macam YouTube channel, youtube.com /Macam 303. Everything is booming this way. You intimate? Go ahead and also stop at the homie G's page. You know what I mean? She got them jewels, get you bedazzled on out, you know what I mean, on the Insta at Gems for Queens. You know what I mean? Go ahead and hit her up. Gems with a Z for Queens with a Z. You know, I let my man be at the End Game Associations. You know what I mean? Doing big things down there, touching on the Black diaspora and chess and stuff like that. And holla at the homegirl, Body Love by Tal. You know what I mean? I don't really need to put nothing on, but you know, because nigga live already luscious, you know what I mean? But she get your lips all luscious and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Holla at Body Love by Tal. You know what I mean? Big things popping. All right. So what has brought me here today? Whew. You know, it got to be something if something has brought me here today. All right, because something has definitely brought me here today. All right. The name of the topic for this evening's top of the top is bury your living dead. Bury your living dead. That's cold. That is a very tough topic. I mean, and I'm only going to skim the surface of it just because, you know, when I was writing, I journal. You know what I mean? When I do my journal thing, I had wrote about 3-4 pages on just this topic alone. And it's deep just because of the fact it touched me personally. All right. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who need to, all right, bury their living dead. I know I'm not the only person who need to bury their own living dead. You know what I mean? But what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? You know, because that's tough just hearing it. You know, we hear about how much we need to bury our deceased loved ones. You know what I mean? But what about our living loved ones? It ain't mean that you just stop loving folks. You know what I mean? But it's the energy that we put into shit. It's the energy that we put into people. We gotta bury that shit. You know, it's the growing up. I'm sure everybody got a group of friends, group of homies who they got. You know what I mean? Who they got older with, you know what I mean, from snotty nose to body blows to losing virginities in the same bed type of shit. You know what I mean? Those those are the kind of relationships, those are the kind of friendships that you want to journey, that you want to take the distance, that you want and pray that y'all can get old and get grays and have grandbabies and all this other shit, and the relationship remain and stay solid. That's the shit that people wish for. That's the shit that people hope for. Intimate, but you know they say anything before the word "but" don't mean a motherfucking thing. All right, but that shit don't mean nothing. All right, is as cold as it sounds with me saying it. That shit don't mean nothing. As cold as it sounds as you hearing it, you know, from y'all taking prom pictures together, from y'all going to parties and fighting and shit together, from y'all, you know what I mean? Like as an adult, if it's not getting into any adult type of shit, what I mean by that is, you know, right now I'm 38. You know what I mean? A lot of the homies who I grew up with, they around my same age, but I don't kick it with nobody. If you're not a part of this here Macam thing, if you're not a part of my immediate family, and this goes for family too. And what I mean by immediate family, like I'm talking about my babies, you know, what's in the you know, I'm talking about what's in my household, what came from me. You know what I mean? What I'm putting into, what I'm building. All right. What I'm building, that whole that what all that encompasses. I'm talking about all that. If it's not those who I talk to daily, it don't mean shit. Yeah, I ain't talking about, you know what I mean? I'm talking about all that shit. You know, from best men in your weddings. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Um, kids' birthday parties, all that shit, continuations, all that shit. You know, it come down to you start to peep game when you realize that those who are supposed to be in your corner are not really in your corner, man. You know what I mean? You can pour as much as you want into relationships on the strength of you wanting the relationship to last the distance. You want the relationship to go the miles. We can want that shit all day. We can want that shit all day, but if we the only ones that's wanting it, that's energy that we need to dead. You know, Timbit. We can we can give the homie money to do artwork. We can get a homies, you know what I mean? Like, you know, plenty of other artists professional artists who would do the shit, but this is the homie. He draws, he pencils some shit. He can do that shit. But then once the homie don't do that shit and he come back around and act like you never paid him, whew, you need to dead that shit. You peep game, you been peep game, and the saddest part is a lot of the times we peep game, we see how niggas is, and we still give them the benefit of the doubt. We need to dead that shit too. Benefits of the doubts don't do a motherfucking thing either. Intimate. We can't keep giving niggas the benefit of the doubt just because we grew up with them. Just because we went to the same elementary, middle school, and high school with. Just because we went to college with them, just because we started a business with them, and we see what type of niggas these is. We can't keep giving the homies the benefit of the doubt. Dead that shit. Again, it ain't talking about you stop loving niggas. That's not it. That's not the vibe. You just can't stop loving niggas. But you can shift your love in a different direction. You can turn that love into something that's going to be of value to you. Because right now I'm putting that love into into and putting that love into a corpse has no value to you. And we got to think about this shit because we got, again, these is the quote unquote homies who's not tapping in, you know what I mean? Who don't call daily, call weekly, call monthly, who don't ask how the baby's doing, who don't ask how the kids doing, ask how you see how they do with their own parents. These is the homies. Dead that shit. Bury your living dead. Bury your living dead. Anything that's not adding value to what you're doing, to how you're building, if it's just something that's taking, pulling from you, but not giving to you, you need to reevaluate why you putting that energy into that in the first place. You intended? We need to value this. We can't keep we can't keep overlooking how niggas is. That's the key message. We cannot keep overlooking niggas dog ass ways. We can't keep overlooking niggas not taking care of their kids like they should. Even if you don't have custody of your kids, it should be your responsibility to make sure that the person who was taking care of your kids, meaning the person whose house your kids are waking up under every day, is taken care of. Even if he or she don't say anything in regards to it. A couple bands every month, just to make sure that she's good, just to make sure that your babies is straight, even if you're not on child support. It shouldn't hurt you to tap in and give the mother or the father of your kids a couple bands every month, just to lighten that load, just to lighten the responsibility and the accountability and the financial responsibilities that they have to bear every month. While we live in our best life, we traveling, trafficking, buying the newest and the latest of everything. We can't keep overlooking this shit just because the homies. The homies should be a reflection of yourself as well. If you're doing certain things for your family, if you're doing certain things for the mother of your kids, you want to make sure that your homies is or should be doing the same thing. If they on some selfish shit, if they on some do for self type shit, dead that shit. You don't need to put no energy into it. No phone calls is necessary. No need to tap in. For what? You see what type of niggas is. You don't need to try to hold on to something that's dying. And that's our problem too. A lot of us, we try to hold on to a sinking ship, knowing that motherfucking ship is just gonna pull you down. If it's not the ship, it's the suction. What you holding on for? Let that shit go, dead it. What you holding on for? Hoping that niggas is gonna start doing and being more stand-up-ish? What you holding on for? Hoping that niggas is gonna be more of like you? If you stand up-ish? If you solid? You hoping that niggas is gonna be solid? You know, as an adult, we don't play hope. We don't hope for nothing. Obama, he came in with all that hope shit. We ain't hoping for nothing. In 10-bit, we making shit happen. We making moves. We pray to God every day that he continues to give us the air that we need to make things happen so we can make things happen. We don't hope for nothing. Dead that shit. Let go of that shit. It ain't gonna hurt you to let go of that shit. But it will hurt you to hold on to a sinking ship. Oof. It will hurt you to hold on to a sinking ship, and nobody wants to hold on to a sinking ship. We keep holding on. I promise you. Dead all those the homies that I mean, again, we know we know how niggas be. No more benefit of the doubts, no more hope and dead, all that shit. We can see how people is, we can see how people move. Just because that energy don't come towards you, don't mean that you need to be like, that's still the homie though. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't getting no benefits of the doubts, no second chances. I mean, we as adults, we are adults right now. Intimate. Fuck holding on to a sinking ship. Bury your living dead. You ain't got to bring no animosity to them. You ain't got to show no hostility to them. You just aren't giving them energy that you were giving them. Bury your living dead. All the memories, all the good memories and shit that y'all had in the past. Beautiful. Let it be just that. Let it be just that. If niggas ain't moving like they should be, again, according to who you are as an individual, if you solid, all right. If you solid and if you doing what you need to be doing towards those who are a direct reflection to you and of you, and the homies aren't mimicking your behavior, your solidity. Is that a word? Solidity? We gonna use it though. You know what I mean? If they ain't a reflection of that, then let go of that shit. Dead that shit. Bury your living dead. Is you ain't gonna if they get upset, if they start moving differently, then you should know what it was. And you should know what it is. So how they moving and how they respond to you deading them, burying that shit will be confirmation. As a motherfucker. Period. Confirmation. Yeah, it ain't like you needed it. At all. You intimate. But that's our topic. That's what I wanted to get into. You know what I mean? Just because this is something personal, very personal that I'm experiencing right now. You know, to the point again, I can speak with niggas. I can give them fist pounds. You know what I mean? Probably won't shake hands. You know, definitely ain't bringing it in. You know what I mean? Might not even speak. That's how I am. But that's just me. You know what I mean? That's extra energy that I'm like, and it's bogus energy too. You know, I'm not a big fan of bogus energy. You know, if I don't really like somebody, if I don't really fuck with somebody, they gonna know I don't like them or I don't fuck with them. It's that simple. I can't hide. I can't mask how I feel about people. If I'm around somebody that I don't like, it's gonna be all over my face. It's gonna be all over my face. But I'm not the rude type. You know what I mean? Like they come for a handshake, I might go ahead and give them a pound. You know what I mean? But all the extra shit, nah, niggas ain't pulling up. Niggas ain't hanging out. And you see all this. And it's okay. It's okay. We grow through this. We grow from this. That's the most important part. If we ain't growing from this, then we got to reevaluate what we doing ourselves internally. We always want to make sure that we grow through everything. Intimate. So yeah, that's all I got for today, man. You know what I mean? Um, bury your living dead. It's good for you. It's healthy. It's something that all of us need to do. Again, just looking at a reflection of those who's a part of our life that aren't adding value to what you're doing, how you're moving. Dead that shit. Period. And just it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't force niggas into loving you how you want to get love and how you need to be loved. You can just only give yourself that love that you need and want. Intimate. Don't expect nothing out of nobody. Expectations ain't gonna do nothing but let you down. And I know that firsthand. Intimate. Don't put your expectations off on anybody else. Period. All right. But yeah, that's all I got for today, man. You know, it's late. You know what I mean? I'm way past my bedtime. But, you know, if every Macca member was just like me, you know, what would this world be? Peace.